Greetings everyone. Is it on? Yes it is. It's on. We're here. Are we live? Are we going on? Yes. Are we here? Is it on? Yes.
It's on.
Greetings, yes.
Okay.
Yes, greetings everyone. Apologies. Big, massive apologies for the very late start. This is your
Late.
What, I can't use another word for late. Yeah, late. This is just way past late. I know it's just like atrociously late.
I was
very unprofessional.
Now tell the truth.
Larks.
It wasn't late, you know. No, she wasn't late, people. She was just sorting out her playlist. That's what it said. You wasn't.
Yeah, I was sorted. I wasn't really late,
nah,
but I mean, I was late in starting, like coming on radio. So
yeah, I mean, used to that. We used to
so
that.
you know, I was sorting out because I just wanted to make sure that, you know, I do my best when I come on the radio. So let me start from the beginning. Greetings, everyone. I hope you've had a blessed and productive day so far.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, after the show and the rest of the evening, that will continually be blessed,
Mm-hmm.
highly favored, and restful and peaceful for you.
Mm-hmm.
You are tuned in to blessradio.org. This is your host, Lady Pearls,
Mm-hmm.
alongside Brother Bless,
Mm-hmm.
and this is the Pearls of Wisdom show.
Mm-hmm.
You're up with me to the hours of now 6 o'clock,
Mm-hmm.
and the number to call, if you want to call in, WhatsApp is WhatsApp, and what's the next one? We have another one in it. We call in, we WhatsApp, and I'm sure we do something else. We call in, WhatsApp, and what's the next one? Anyway, the number to call is I'll get back to you. I'm sure there's another thing we do. Is 07944431366, and the number again is 07944431366. So thank you for joining in. Thank you for even waiting to hear the Pearls of Wisdom. What's going on in the Pearls of Wisdom show today? So what is going on in the show today? I actually have my friend xanalua, aka Sandy, aka Sandra, who is a part of Go Grow, and she grows all types of lovely veg, and she will be here to tell you how to grow your veg, what's the best time to grow your veg, what types of veg to grow and what time to grow your veg, and etc and etc. Talk about herself, when she started, how she started, what was her etc and etc. So that will be quite interesting. So I'm just waiting for the lovely xanalua to turn up, and in the meantime, you know, I will just let you know that I was talking to you guys last week about going self-employed, and I had a little business meeting today, and it was very interesting because, again, like I said, it's not really that easy to start your own business. There's so many things involved. So today I now have to brainstorm ideas of what I'm gonna make to sell to the public, and it's exciting. It's getting my juices flowing, because now my creative brain is getting more getting more intact, more going to be more used now, and etc and etc. So yeah, that was part of it. So now the hard graft starts now, and that's what I'm saying, is producing the items that I'm going to sell, that people are going to be interested to buy. And because I'm a person that does bespoke things, it's going to be quite interesting to see what creative things that I come up with to put on the market. So that was quite interesting, and like I said, getting business plans ready, and it sounds boring, but it's all necessary at the end of the day. So what do you say about being self-employed? Do you think it's good, bad, what? Good, the bad, the ugly, what?
Mhm.
Mhm. Is it hard? Is it easy?
Mhm.
I think we're just gonna get
Nah, I'm just showing them how we used to speak when we was little. We don't talk about yes or no. You see, we say words without you can't even spell them. How you spell
Exactly. I don't know. I think it's U-M, U-M-M.
Okay.
And is H, U-M-M-M.
Okay.
Is it?
How you spell that? What's the first letter?
Is you still you? Yeah.
No, it's not you.
It's not? What is it then?
I see. You see? I have to educate them, You see, that's what happens. You go and get all this education and you don't know how to spell
Because we don't use that in our... We're not looking at that as part of the English. The English, when you're learning English, they don't put that in there.
English people say That's a version of saying I understand. So we don't say all those long words. We just talk through your nose. What else can you say through your nose?
I don't know. Nothing.
Yeah.
Not a thing.
Yeah, see, and that's how we start the day. How about Chiloa? What a shame.
Yes, but just starting on a nice, light, lovely, pleasant note.
Yeah, so I go on, sister. What are all those locked onto the net and thing? Don't worry about the other side of things.
Yeah.
You know it go already. When you do a decent thing, these things can happen,
That's right. You have to leave room for these things to happen. You have to leave room. That's one of the things as well. When you're in business, you've got to leave room for certain things to happen. You can't just be rigid and locked down, can you? Or anything like that. You've got to be flexible to a point. So yeah.
To a point.
Yeah, to a point. Yeah, you've
There's
got to
your
do,
mouse.
innit? You've got to be flexible to a point at the end of the day. So these things will happen. Late coming onto the show, late can happen. Certain things pop down can happen.
And then they got this thing called Black Man Time.
Yeah, that can
that
happen.
we don't come on time.
Yeah,
You
that
know what I
can
mean?
happen.
But sometimes with our people, not even with our people, with anybody, sometimes it's good to make them come a little bit earlier than they intend to come. And then that way they will not be late.
That's right. So I've said like my show starts at 4 o'clock now. I have to tell them that the show starts 2. Come 2.
No, you tell you. Don't tell them. You need to tell yourself that the show will start at 2. Right? The listeners know what time the show starts.
No, I'm talking about whoever's going to come on the show. Like, so if I ask somebody to come on the show, to come for 4.
Oh. But they don't know the time either.
Yeah.
Well, then you
So
tell them to
come
come
for
at
2.
3.
No, man, I tell them two.
No, you tell them to come
and then
at
they
3.
come for free.
No, they won't
Innit?
come for 3. You tell them to come at 3 and they come for 4. Well, let them stay there, because at the end of the day, by the time they come, they can say hello and bye-bye.
Bro, that's
not my problem, and it's not my fault. It's not your fault. You know what I mean? But I tell you what, if they had to go to court, or if they had to go to hospital, if they had to go to a doctor, or somewhere to get to the shop before it closed to buy some weave, they wouldn't be late.
No, not at all. They'll be there.
They'll be at the shop.
Before.
They'll knock down the door to get in there. But you see, this is what it is. When something is important to you, your actions will tell you how important it is.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Which is quite true.
You know, so even today is like,
yeah, which is quite true.
Why? I just said, well, I had to go and do something this morning, and I just got up and did it. I was really, really tired, but it had to be done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you have to weigh up the pros and the cons. And those people have to get up early in the morning and go work at 5 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes they have to get up by 4 to get to work by 6.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That is willpower.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It is, because at them times you're actually in the deepest sleep.
Yeah,
as well,
that particular time.
Yeah, that particular time you're in the deepest sleep. Just when you're dreaming.
Hmm.
Them times there.
So what are you talking about today? What's our debate?
Today was basically, like I said, I'm waiting for my sister to come in to talk about growing our own food. You know, it's time that we start growing our own food. Because all of these genetically modified foods that's out there, they ain't got no seeds in it. I bought some limes the other day. No seeds in the limes. I was so upset.
Okay, right, we could talk about that. Do you know bananas got no seeds in them?
Yeah.
Yeah. Half of the fruits that we're eating now, oranges,
no
banana,
seeds in them.
Lemons though still have seeds. Some of them.
Some of them do still have seeds.
The lemons them still have the seeds. But a lot for the stuff what we eat.
I don't understand. So why did they choose for the limes not to have seeds? What's wrong with limes? Why would they not want
They never
limes?
choose it, but it's hybrid, isn't it?
That's what I mean. Why the limes? Why not the lemons? Why the limes? What's what?
I tell you what you need to do. You find a lime and ask it, why you don't have no seed?
Why them choose for hybrid or hybrid or whatever?
Hybrid.
Yeah. the lime.
Oh boy, you know
Has
what?
it got something more in it more than the lemon?
No, but remember this, you know, it's convenient for them to grow the food faster, innit? So if they can make a food that can grow faster, they do that, and that means if the seed has to grow first and all of these things, and the seed take how much time to grow and mature, maybe if they make a plant what don't grow seed, it will grow in half the time.
Maybe, but I'm still wondering
why. But even melon got no seeds too. Yeah,
nowadays melons don't have no seed.
All right, I'm gonna ask you a question. Have you ever seen a yellow melon?
The whatever it's called. I don't
no.
The
you
honeydew one.
No. You see the big green one?
Yeah.
They got them where they're green on the outside.
Yeah. And
inside is not red, but it's yellow.
Never.
You never seen that?
No.
I've seen that.
Why is that? Why is it yellow?
Because it's a hybrid with pineapple.
Huh?
Yeah. They done
Why? Why would they? Why?
You never seen a yellow watermelon?
No.
I bought one time. My dad did like it. I never like it.
But why? Why?
Why did I buy it?
No. Why are they doing that? Why would they want to cross it with a pineapple? They're not even the same consistency.
Yeah, but they just want to know. So, well, if we like it and if it's sell, but then again, if they make thousands of them, they got to get rid of them. And who they're gonna give it to? The people them in the market. They're the ones that get all the scrap food. You know what I mean? Or the food that ain't got long to live. You know what I mean?
That's just too out of order. I'm still going back to this lemon and lime thing, because now I think there's a conspiracy against the lime, because why did they choose the lime and not the lemon to hybrid? Is there something more potent, more important, more of nutritional value in the lime than in the lemon?
I don't know. I'm gonna
have to find that out now. My brain is boggling now, because I just need to know that. Why?
Well, it's a food, innit? But so what we've got to do now, the stage where we reach now, is that can you now live on raw food?
Yeah, I could.
Raw food?
Yeah, I could.
You sure?
I've I eat broccoli almost raw anyway. I eat my carrots raw anyway. If I don't want to cook them, most of the veg that I've tasted, I can eat raw. Yeah, kale. What's the other one?
Can you eat raw green banana?
Not as yet.
Can people eat raw green banana though?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if our digestive system could break it down like that. I'm not sure.
If it's raw, innit?
It's raw, but I think certain things you have to be careful of with the enzymes. I don't understand how the enzymes would react in the body raw like that. I don't mind a bit of a roasting, because we can roast a lot of our foods as well to a certain point. You know, I know there's the boiling part, but we don't have to really boil it too much, or steam. Not even so much boil, steam.
Yeah, but if you steam it, you kill it, innit?
I think not to. If you don't steam it too much, where it's too, because you know we steam it until it's soft. I think if you steam it till it's crunchy, a little bit, you get what I'm saying, on the crunchier side, I think it's okay. But I wouldn't throw away the juices that came out of it. I would use that. I'd cook with that.
Yeah, nothing don't waste.
Yeah.
Nothing don't waste.
Don't waste anything, because you can use that in your stock. You can use it in your soup or in your something. Drink it like how we boil the green banana and we drink the water. You can drink that.
All right, so we're talking about food. Oh yeah, I got to do that for you. All right, we're going to talk about food still. There's a lot of people going through some dis-ease, and really and truly, some of it is because of the food that we eat. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a specialist when it comes to food, but we learn as we go along that true to the change that's happening now. I noticed the creatures, them, the sea, the natural environment, they're getting very conscious of their surroundings, and they're very conscious of us. Yeah, and I've done a couple experiments to find out for myself how conscious they are, and I've realized that they are very aware of who will harm them and who won't harm them. You know what I mean? And that's what is going on. I'll give an example. It was the other day, a woman found an octopus on the beach. And you might have heard about it. And she took the octopus and she put the octopus back in the sea. Octopus swim away. A woman walked down the beach. The next day, the octopus coming at the same place. You know what I mean? But it wasn't in a way at harm. It was just come back to the same place though. The woman walked up to the octopus, and the octopus came up to the woman and trying to touch her feet. You know what I mean? And then went back. This octopus continued to come there. It's happened to quite a few people that some of the creatures from the sea are interacting. Right, so if they're interacting with us more, that means they are evolving. So are we not evolving too? This don't look right, you know. This don't look right. This don't look right. This don't look right. I don't know, but it don't look right. I don't know. It don't look right. It don't look right, does it? It's doing something, but it don't look right.
Oh Lord, you can't stop him.
I can't.
Oh wow.
I can't.
Oh no.
Oh no. Well.
We'll find out.
Yeah, but that's too much things going on there.
Yeah,
that's too much. That's
but
too
there's
much.
nowhere to stop.
Can't stop it.
Oh wow.
Technology, see people.
This is the thing.
I know one way to stop it. Shut you down.
Are you sure it will finish?
It has to stop. It has to stop. You see, shut down. Shut him down. All right. Technology. This what it is. We was trying to delete a file, and it just started to delete more than what it's supposed to delete, and no one ever put that in there. You know, somebody got fast, got put that in there as well. So
that same thing.
Yeah, that thing there. I don't know where it come from. It's not supposed to be there.
It's not supposed to be there.
Nah. But that's how it goes. You know. But still, anyway, let's stick on the thing. Allotment. It's good to have an allotment, but we're talking about growing food. So there's people now who live like on the 15th floor and the 12th floor, don't have no garden. Yeah, don't even have a balcony.
They can grow certain things inside, you know, because I grew potatoes inside on my windowsill, and they were lovely.
What, you take them out the dirt and
so
they were small.
So what I did, you know, when you get your potatoes and they start growing the eyes on them, I put my potatoes in a basket deliberately so that they could start growing the eyes. And then what I did, I wanted to see that I could grow the potatoes inside, so I got some soil in a pot, and I put my potatoes in there. The potato, like I said, and I planted it and I left it there, and then I watered it, and I just kept checking to make sure it was okay. And then after about, let me see, how much was it, a week or two or so or more? I think it was more than that, but anyway, I had my little potatoes. And I cooked my potatoes. I roasted my little potatoes, and they were very nice. Thank you very much. So I knew then.
So hold on. You took the potatoes out of the plant pot?
No. So I just, like I said, you got a normal potato. So you went to shop and you bought potato.
You got potato tree.
Yeah. No, not the potato tree. I bought just go to the shop with normal potato, or bag of potatoes or whatever. Leave one to sprout the eyes. I call it eyes, and the roots. Plant that same potato in some soil. Leave it, water it, leave it alone. Make sure that it doesn't dry out though, so you water it and leave. I can't remember, excuse me, I cannot remember how long I left it there for, but I kept checking, and I checked, and those, how much ever eyes comes off of that potato, that's how much potatoes you will get from that particular thing. And I got some lovely little potatoes, because it was the baby potatoes that I had bought, and I saved one to grow, and I got some lovely little potatoes from that.
Okay, so what did you do now? Because if the plant is in the plant pot, you have to take the plant out of the plant pot.
No, there was no plant in the plant pot. I just bought a pot just for that particular reason. So I just bought a normal little pot that
all right. Well, all right. Where was the potatoes?
Where was the potatoes?
The ones that grow.
They were in the plant, in the pot.
I hope you people are listening, you know, because she don't seem to understand English. I said, was the potatoes in the pot?
Yes, they were in the pot.
So how did you get the potatoes?
What do you mean, how did I get the potatoes?
Did you take the potato plant out of the pot and then take the potatoes from underneath?
No.
How you get them?
Because the potato that you plant...
Yes.
One potato that you will plant, once its roots start shooting off, or the eyes start, that's where the potatoes come from, those same little eyes.
I understand that part there,
Once that is thing, they grow around it. Some may grow on it, but they grow around.
They grow on the surface.
Not on the surface, underneath the soil, but around the
right. So how do you get the little potatoes?
You just dig it out of the soil.
So that means you take the plant out of the pot.
You don't have to.
Why is in a pot?
No, but it's because it's beside. You can see them beside the potato. Wherever that eye was, because like you have a potato, then you have one eye going there, one eye going there, up there, up there. It's beside it, so it grows.
Okay.
So however you plant it, that's where it's gonna grow there. So you once you move that soil, you can see it there, one there, one there.
Oh, okay. So if you so you don't have to. So when you broke it off, the plant's still alive then.
Well, it would be alive, I suppose, to grow the potato.
No, all right then. It's a potato growing on a potato tree. Yeah.
It's not a potato tree.
Right. And I broke off this potato.
Yeah.
That means...
What do you mean you broke off the potato?
I take it out of the ground, out of the plant pot.
Yeah.
When I take it out of the plant pot, the potato tree is still alive.
There's no tree there.
I'm saying it's a tree.
Why would you call it a tree?
Because it's producing something like a fruit or something.
What is that, a tree?
What is it then?
Excuse me, peoples.
Yeah, Saved by the Bell. You see, people? All I want to know is this. Does she take the thing out and take the potato out? And when she does that, does the plant still live to grow
xanalua
more?
is here. So xanalua, who is the expert grower, can give you the answer to that question. Yeah, because she can explain it better than I will ever be able to explain it.
I know. I used to plant potatoes, you know, and we used to use fork and dig out the potatoes out of the ground. Yeah, but you talk about a
potato tree. I never seen no potato tree yet. I never seen no potato grow.
You don't know about potato tree. You see, you come from bush, man. You
don't
even know. You don't know about potato tree.
Baby,
yes. Yeah, man. We got potato trees.
I'm a brum. I'm a brummy.
You're a brummy.
I'm a brummy.
All right. So people gonna grow their potatoes on their windowsill in a plant pot and have one meal.
No, you can get more. You can get more than one potato from that one potato. You know. You can get more. Yeah.
Can you not kind of use? Yeah, man, she kicking down everything with her potato foot. Alright, so.
Greetings, my darling. Greetings. We were just talking about you here.
No, we wasn't. I was
talking about you. This is xanalua, aka Sandy.
Sandy.
Yes. Hello, my darling.
Right, we was talking about potato trees. Potato tree.
He said potato tree.
We can talk about potato and potato tree, but potato tree, there's no such thing as potato tree.
That's what I'm telling you.
Don't follow him now.
However, there's different ways of growing potatoes. You can grow it from the potato itself or from seeds. You know this, yeah?
From seeds?
Yeah,
never know about that.
All right. See, the expert is here now. See?
You don't need my advice no more.
He's talking about potatoes. See, you hear that?
You see, it's true. You don't.
Talking about potatoes.
You're talking about potato tree.
Are you not talking about potatoes, are you?
Yeah, we are.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah, we're talking about potatoes.
Potato tree.
There's no such thing as potato.
Exactly. I told her he's telling the potato tree.
A potato tree. You're growing it in your yard.
But it's not a tree.
It's not a tree. It's a potato. It's a seedling. It's a potato. There's no such thing as tree.
Potato.
Exactly,
You see, now she's tying up her tongue. Yeah, she's tying up her tongue, you know.
Gorgeous. And how are you today? Yes, come. What's that? Good, come.
All right.
This is the beautiful xanalua.
All right.
AKA Sandy.
All right. Xanalua. Nice name. You look like a flower still.
I know. I was just telling the kids because they're calling me Sandra.
Yeah.
Okay.
Used to people calling me that name. They either call me Strawberry, Sandy, or the Flower Lady.
Yeah.
Okay.
You see, you hear that?
Aye, watch this. You need watering.
Yeah, I need watering. Can you tell? Oh, I'm flushed.
I know. Get a bottle. You got some water?
Yes.
Yeah, you need watering.
I got a water cup.
Got a cup?
Yeah.
Why should I can't you have a buckle?
Oh, you got a bottle there?
Yeah, got bottles of water. Alright, listen. Should I tell you show where the water is?
Yes, please.
Alright then. You talk to the people about your potato tree till I come back.
You hear him? You see you see him now? Talk about potato tree. Me know so there's not named no potato trees. They're talking about potato tree. Anyway, listeners, yeah. I put the potato with the eyes in a pot of soil. I left it and I watered it. I can't remember how much weeks I left it there. It wasn't that many weeks. I just kept checking it and there was little potatoes in there. And once I left them there to grow for a little bit longer till they was big enough, I then took them out, washed them, and I roasted them, and they were quite nice. Thank you very much. So I'm just to say all of that, to say this, that you can grow potatoes on your windowsill. Yeah, if you do not have a garden, balcony, or whatever, you can grow it on your windowsill. Yeah, and they will grow quite fine. Thank you very, very much. So I'm just, waiting for the beautiful xanalua to come, and she will give you the rest of it. She's going to teach you when to grow, how to grow, what to grow, and etc. and etc. And what herbs, she all kinds of stuff. She's brilliant. She's absolutely brilliant. She really is brilliant. She really is brilliant. So you're going to hear all of that from her in a moment. And once again, this is blessradio.org, and you are tuned into the Pearls of Wisdom show, and I'm your host, Lady Pearls. And the number to call in if you want to ask Xanalua any questions about gardening is 079 444 31366. The number is 079 444 31366. And you can call in to ask her any questions about growing, gardening, etc. and etc. Yes? Etc.
Right. Now.
And yes, once she has watered her beautifully flowery self.
No.
But go grow.
Go grow.
We're going to talk about go grow.
Go grow. I've seen that before. This.
Yeah.
I've seen one of these.
So that's
I've seen that.
So that you, here's your lovely goods here, brother bless. And what have we bought here?
I'm sorry I didn't.
Wow. Hey people.
I didn't really.
She got me some spinach from a spinach tree.
Yeah, there's spinach, there's kale,
There's
only a tiny little bit of colour, but it might have dropped.
You know what? give me this at the right time. You know why? We were just talking about raw food.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Right? We're not going to cook this.
No, you don't cook. I don't cook it either.
Oh, good. You see,
Yeah.
I told you. You don't listen. It's a man thing.
This is this is really good. This curly cow because you can make.
Come, where's
Yeah,
come,
the-
just tell
the-
them this
Hold on,
is.
hold on, hold on, hold on.
Really.
You got to
This
tell her
one?
what it is because she will think it's flowers and put it on her
it's not
clothes.
Is it this one?
Yeah.
Right,
It's
tell
not
them what it
flowers.
is.
This is curly cow, and it's really good. If you don't want to cook it, it's fine. Just cut it in really thin strips. and just-
to the microphone
on the
plant. The plant won't.
Oh, okay, sorry. I'm so used to talking to plants, yeah.
She
Hey,
talks about
people,
plants, yeah.
she almost, I gave her the microphone, you know, she talking to the plant, you know. Say, plant check, 1, 2. Kale check, checking the kale. Well, go on, you're nice and green and buff.
Hey, that's too
I'm used to
funny.
talking to my
She
plants.
does
I
talk
mean,
to her plants,
I
and they
talk-
grow very well when she talks to them.
Okay, I'm a tree.
There's a reason.
Hey, she can talk to me. I'm a tree, you know.
That guy's making me blush.
No, I'm a tree. This is what the show's about. This is what.
I'm strawberry and I'm a rosy.
No, what I said to her is this, yeah, because you have to make her know, yeah.
Yeah.
Because she refused to be anything else. So she said she has strawberries. So I said to her,
Yeah.
well, the strawberries come like this, and
Yeah.
they got that shape.
Yeah.
So that is the shape of her cheeks. Look.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. Well, there you go.
Right, strawberry.
Yeah.
Right, I would have called you banana, but you would have asked a funny question.
I'm yellow.
No.
nothing to do
You're not yellow. You're not yellow. Let's stick to the let's just stick to the potato tree. We're safer there.
That's what my son says. My
This
baby's
is
yellow.
good.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. So I was saying,
Yes.
talk to the mic, not to the plant.
Yeah,
Go.
talk to the back, yes.
If you cut it into
So this is the
strips,
curly kale, yeah?
cow.
Yeah.
A lot of people use this instead of crisps. So instead
Yes,
of
because you
having
can fry
potato
those,
crisps,
isn't it? Yeah.
dehydrator
Yeah.
with seasoning, salt, rock salt, whatever you want to put it.
Oh, so you don't have
Himalayan salt.
No, yeah, Himalayan salt.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I'm teaching you.
Himalayan.
I hope you learn.
The pink salt, Himalayan salt, with your chili pepper seeds
Yeah.
and black pepper, which is really
Yeah.
good for you as well, digesting and whatnot. And just put that in the dehydrator or put it in the oven, very
Yeah.
low temperature for about 5-10
Yeah.
10 minutes,
Yeah.
and then you have your crispy cows. But I
Okay.
usually make a really
You
nice
put them in the oven.
Yeah, you can, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
But-
all right.
But otherwise, if you're going to eat them raw, you can do exactly the same thing, season it up with the olive oil and your pepper and so on, and just eat as it is.
Yeah.
Really
normal,
nice.
as it
Right,
is, yeah.
so now we're getting
And
somewhere.
vinegar as well. If you
No
add
apple cider vinegar.
apple cider vinegar, yes.
I'm telling you.
Apple cider vinegar, the one with the two face on the front.
Yes.
You know, it's-
Yellow label.
Yellow
Yes,
label,
that's
yeah,
right.
that's right.
That
Okay.
actually cooks the kale anyway.
Yeah.
Cooks any vegetable when you leave it to
Yeah,
soak in.
because of the
yeah.
acid in it,
The
isn't
acid.
it?
Okay.
The natural acid in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, where do you come from?
Originally,
Yeah,
I'm Angolan.
Angola.
Bred
Angola.
Africa.
Yeah.
You see,
I'm
told you.
African.
Hello, you told me I know her.
But I am Angolan, but I did leave it. I used to live in Portugal.
All right.
For a while.
I've been to Portugal
Yeah.
many times.
Been to the Moors Castle.
Hey,
Hey.
I was in there before they changed it up.
Really?
They've changed it now.
I haven't been.
Oh, well, I tell you now. They changed it now, so you're not really allowed inside anymore. You're only allowed on the grounds. Right?
Okay.
They're not allowed actually in the castle. But I've got the footage of inside the castle
Yeah.
when I
Have
went.
you?
Yes,
How long ago?
about 4 years ago.
Okay.
Of the footage of the whole thing and that narrow bridge that you can fall off. Anybody can fall off there, you know. Anyway,
I've actually never been inside. I've been outside because I went to school there, and I remember being there. But since I've started, yeah, I haven't been inside. Since
Nah,
I started, getting back. into my-
I know you love plants, but now you have to get used to Mike. Mike is your friend, yeah. You can go close to him; he won't harm you.
Close do I have
No,
to
well, I'll
be?
try and get her on as regular as possible so that she can talk about her events and what she's doing. But first and foremost, please introduce yourself. Who are you?
Oh, you did that last. You're supposed to have done that when she
Why
first
did you
come.
do it last?
You
We're not
spo-
doing it last. But remember, we had to have that question answered about the
Oh, potato tree.
We had to just
Okay.
fling her in quickly.
Yeah.
But now we
That
know
sounds
so
not
we've
good.
got to backtrack now
Okay.
and explain who are you.
All right. Well, so my name is Sandra, aka xanalua, aka Strawberry Lady, aka Flower Lady.
Bush girl.
I'm a bush woman. I'm a nature warrior. For
Yeah,
real.
yeah.
And what do? I basically, on a nutshell, I teach children to grow food using organic methods and use nature as an educational tool. I use a lot of things to do with nature related materials to teach children a range of subjects, whether it's maths in the garden, science in the garden, art in the garden, English in the garden, whatever you want in the garden, and entrepreneurial.
You hear that, Pearl? Hey, whatever you want in the garden, you know.
And I also
Oh, that older man them locked on. Please don't text. Yeah, she's talking about fruit and veg.
drumming in the garden, you know, whatever. We do forest schooling as well. So the aim of Go Grow, which is the organization that I represent, is basically to introduce nature back into our children's life and using nature as an educational tool as well as an entrepreneurial tool. So basically that's where I'm at now.
Is that a stone?
That's rock, yeah, a volcano rock.
All right.
Yeah.
Let me see, please. Don't take it off.
It smells nice as well. Do you want to smell it?
That's got a nice smell.
Seriously.
Yeah, it's volcanic.
Can you smell it?
What's the oil?
Why does it smell like that?
I guess it smells because it's the strawberry smell.
From the volcano.
No. I put oil in scent in there.
That's cheating. That's not the real thing. That's supposed to smell like smoke. You know what I mean?
It's sweet like strawberry.
I was expecting to smell some kind of smoke and sulfur, like I'm smelling strawberries again. You see, I call it strawberry, you know? You see? All right. Right, so that's what it is. So you plant things.
Yeah, I do.
All right, now, when did you first get into this planting thing and why? I'm talking like from childhood, because sometimes it's a childhood thing and then we do it when we're later on. Or sometimes you just see something, that weed was nice, I just grow my own. And then you start growing veg afterwards. I'm not saying the weed, man.
No,
but
I hear you. Yeah. I started, actually, it's a good thing, good analysis what you just said now, because I didn't quite linked it up. But yeah, when I was a child, about the age of 5, back in Portugal, my mother was a very busy nurse. So I wasn't posh or anything. I just happened to have someone who liked me a lot, enough to tell my mum, okay, well, you know what, while you go to work, I'm gonna look after your child. You don't need to pay me anything. Yeah. So I had a nanny. My nanny had an allotment, so she used to take me there on a daily basis to go and cultivate the potatoes, the strawberries. You know, we had chickens and we had bunnies. Yeah. And basically, I think that's where it started from. When I didn't link it up to later on in life, but I started this journey, the food growing journey, when I first moved up to North London 8 years ago. And I had my son, as you know. Yeah. And I didn't want his first was to be McDonald's or KFC. That's right, exactly. So I went on to learn about what it takes to grow foods, and I fell in love with it.
How long ago was that?
8 years ago.
And you just started?
I started from that.
So basically, it's from home, back home to here?
Well, back home it was just a seed planted, you know, and then I started here when I had my son. He was about 8 months old, and I said, this, you know, I want my son to eat healthy. I want to be healthy. I want him to be connected spiritually and physically to nature. It was a calling. I had a dream. Yeah. That's what it was. I had a dream.
Okay, Marcus. All right, see here we are now. We've got another strawberry, Marcus Garvey. Yeah.
I had a dream. Swear down, I had a dream.
Yeah, cool. Okay, cool. We believe you. We believe you. A man in a strawberry suit come and said, plant me. And it, look, a strawberry man like me. I want to go back to sleep, you know. I was quite tired when you got to me, you know.
Well, you know, you can't go back to sleep now because we're talking about food and veg.
All right, then do you want to ask her some questions first, or do you want me to interrogate her?
Well, I would like Sandra to go on. So 8 years ago, and then you started, and then
I started attending. I started by attending a food growing session that was happening at a local nursery, and I fell in love with growing. I mean, when I first saw that little...
Is that where I met? Because we was at...
Yes,
there,
that's right.
Yeah,
yes,
that's
all those months ago.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
So I guess when I first saw that seedling, from planting the seeds and seeing a few weeks later that seed turned into a seedling, to me, I found it was straight. Yeah. Fell in love with
able to grow their own veg and things like that. I thought that was really successful. Yeah. That it went really well. And
the children as well. I mean, if you see children naturally, they're just so keen to get themselves stuck and dirty and and they love it. They love, you know, if you ask a lot of children, this is unreal. Children that grow, they much prefer to eat what they grow than eat from the supermarket. My son is like that. He won't eat certain things, especially tomato. But if he grows his own tomato, it's like popcorn. He's just packing it. You know,
because like you said, it's what they have grown. So they of course they're going to be naturally inclined to grow what they've, you know, eat what they've grown.
That's right.
Definitely.
And it's a sense of ownership, and it's actually quite a sense of achievement. And then there's a sense of competition as well. Which one looks better?
Okay, that's true. That's true. All right. I'm gonna ask some questions as well, right? Because I have to try and catch up. We need more time to talk to you, definitely, because this is a very, very important conversation as well. So we do need more time to talk to you, because we've got loads and loads of questions to ask. I forgot the question that I was gonna ask. It was a very good question, you know. We carry on talking. It will come back in a minute.
Okay. So
and also, can I say in?
I got a question.
Okay, go on.
This is the question.
Yes.
Right. Do plants talk?
Do plants talk?
When I say talk, I don't mean like, hey, strawberry, come here, I want some water.
But they give out energy.
Right, but do we communicate with plants and plants communicate with us, vice versa? What's the connection between us and plants? What's the relationship? Tell us your relationship between...
Well, it's a symbiotic relationship.
Yeah.
So we cannot live in this world, today's mundane world, in the human world, the physical world, without the support and the help of plants. That goes, you know, even the air that we breathe.
It all goes hand in hand,
the clothes that we wear, you know, the money that we spend, you know. Everything pretty much comes from nature, whether it's related to plants, you know, it's just a whole circle. Everything comes from nature. I mean, obviously plants can't talk out talk, but they do give out energy, and you pick up on those energy, and also they support you when you smell them, when you take them. You know, so
but do they live in you?
Well, I would say I'll say no, they don't live in people, but yes, they do.
Right. The reason why I say that, because you are what you eat, and to me, my opinion, a plant, a tree is more than a living plant. It's actually life.
Yes, that's right.
It has an essence. It has some kind of thing like a soul or a being.
Energy.
Energy or being or whatever it is, because there is some plants that actually move. Some plants eat animals.
Yes, I've got those. I've got carnivorous plants. I've just
I got a plant. I bought a plant, and I was in my house. Nice purple plant. Put it beside the settee. Lie down there sleeping.
Is it the leafy one?
No, I'm gonna tell you what happened. I'm sleeping and I'm here.
Yes.
I said, what's that?
Yes.
And all through the night, I'm hearing. It took me how much days to find out? Yo, it's the plant.
Yes, they close.
The plant closes at night
and
opens, but you can hear it.
There's a plant. Yes, I did that as well for a long time. I was like, what's this noise? And then I realized that it was the plant that I had. But there is actually a plant. My favorite plant is called the morning glory.
What's it about? Tell me what's it do.
The morning glory is a plant. Is a flower that goes to sleep in the night. They say that it has a 1-day lifespan, but it goes to sleep, it closes in the evening, and it opens up in the morning. And it also has some kind of history to it, because the ancient Egyptians used to take them for psychedelic reasons, the seeds that is, to be able to travel to different realms and communicate with the gods.
This plant is psychedelic?
It has psychedelic properties.
Like on the lotus?
Yes, the blue lotus,
Bridget, what you say? We can go on a trip then. Hey, you know what? You need one of them as well, you know.
I can't listen to me. I'm so naturally high. If I take anything that makes me any higher,
it's not a high. It's not a high.
It's just it just clears the pathway. It removes the veil of your
Tell them.
It takes you to it teaches you about yourself. It shows you yourself right there without
Yes.
no mirror
And
or
you-
your true selves.
I don't tell her too much.
Okay, don't tell her too
Because
much.
we don't want her to take it and
But
go
this
to.
is what I heard. I know nothing about this. This is what I heard.
Okay. Oh, yeah. We don't really know nothing about it. We just hear about it. We would
Exactly.
never try it. No.
Sam, we're not
No, we're
trying
not
that.
into them things at all.
I'll wait for you to try, and then when you come back, you tell me what go on. You tell me what happened.
When I come back from where?
Wherever it takes you.
From where?
Wherever it takes you.
Okay, well,
Wherever it takes you.
nah,
When you
some
come back, you
things
tell me
it
about
depends on your mindset, because some things are made for some people according to your body chemistry, and some people will take it and just lose the plot, and some people will take it and it won't do nothing, and some people will take it and they will say that's what I want. But you have to know yourself before you take certain things.
Yeah,
You
that's
understand what I'm
right.
saying?
Exactly. There's everything is for. In that case, remember the plants are sacred.
Yeah.
So they will take you on a sacred journey. But your mind, you need to know what questions you're going to be asking, because he's going to show you he's going to show you what you ask. He's going to show you the truth, whether it's ugly, good, whatever. Actually, when it comes to these things, it's nothing to do with being ugly, or it's a balance. Does that mean? So have you ever heard that saying, so within, so without?
Yeah.
As above, so
that's
below.
right.
So
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
that complete balance. One can't do without the other.
You
So
see?
it just shows you full stop what you ask for. Nothing to do with good or bad. Just show you.
Okay, so you need some of that. You need some of that. You definitely need some of that.
Don't take nothing
You need some of that. I want you to have some before you come on your show.
No, sir.
And so that by the time you're on your show, it will kick in. You know what I mean? You can have a deep conversation. Yeah, well, I want to talk to you about some things that you don't even know about. You know what I mean? But it's all good. So let me go over to the plant. That's your favorite plant then?
There's this I love the lotus, obviously, and I also like the morning glory. And there's another plant called borage, which has nothing to do with psychedelic, but it's just a beautiful plant.
I like what you're saying about the plant. It's not because of the psychedelic properties and that, but because all these plants have something to give us.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You can might as well grab the chair. You know what I mean? Because that's.
So can I talk to this mic instead?
Any one of them?
Okay, because I ain't feeling this red mic. It looks like a big fat strawberry.
Yeah, it is a big one.
Oh, mushroom, actually. Look at that.
Yeah, red mushroom.
Yes.
Right. So, what it is this. We got a lot of relationship with plants that we don't know. Plants like, for example, I got this tree, yeah, and I don't like the tree. I never liked the tree.
Why not?
I'm gonna tell you why. I never liked the tree. It was the wrong tree. And then after a while, I realized everything has a purpose, whether you like it or not. And then after a while, I saw the purpose of the tree, yeah, because it was in the wrong place. I didn't like the tree. It wasn't the tree I asked for, but it was too late because they planted the tree, so I left the tree. After a little while, I realized the purpose of the tree, and it served a brilliant purpose right now because it grows. It grows out the window. It keeps the sunlight out. It also keeps the spiders out. It does lots of things.
What about the birds?
The birds them don't even come on the windowsill because the tree's in the way.
Yeah. And the birds nest in the tree.
Nah, the birds don't nest in that particular tree.
Okay.
But the tree has served its purpose, and sometimes it keeps the sun, the light. Not say it's the light. We don't like the light, but it does serve a purpose. Shade, and certain little things that it's there for. Over the years, they're gonna chop it down soon. I didn't ask them to chop it down, but
Why
it
would
does.
they do that? Do you need trees?
Nah, because it's doing the sometimes no. Sometimes it depends on. Sometimes they have to chop it down anyway. Long story. I don't want it to go, but it has to go. But they all serve a purpose, and there's ancient custom where certain people were reincarnation and past life were trees. Some people were trees in past life. Right. So trees now can, according to what they say, right, they can contain a soul, a life force, yeah, of you or I or anybody. And these people in past life aggression were trees, and they was explaining what they were like and what they were big in the forest until somebody come and chop them down and stuff like this. So I'm not saying everybody must believe in reincarnation, but we are made up of everything that is outside. Like everything that is in that tree is in us.
Have you tried to do? Have you plant science? I know it sounds a bit too thing, but you should have a little research on plant science, because then you can see how related we are as humans physically to actually trees as well. The cell, there's such a symbiotic relationship with trees that we will not be able to live without trees. We won't be alive without trees.
You can't live without trees. We can't live behind tree. You got any questions? Because I got more questions too, you know.
Ask away. Remember, Zana's here so that you can know whatever it is you want to know you as well. You know, remember, I know her, so we talk all the time.
So if you got
you're tired of talking, so you pass it to me.
No, but we talk all the time.
Oh, so, okay. Oh, so you already know these things.
So we talk.
So I can asking you. I should ask you to find out if you've been listening to her.
Of questions.
So what we want to
we
talk
enjoy
about growing
each other's company so much.
All right, let's start from the beginning then.
In the beginning.
How do the best way to grow a seed from seed stage? What's the best way to get that seed to grow? Some people just put it straight in a plant pot. Some people put it in tissue. Some people do this. Some people do that. So once we have a seed, because it could be apple, orange, this and that. What's the first stage of planting a seed?
Okay, so how you treat how is going to determine the kind of plant that is going to give you.
Yeah.
So obviously the best, if you give that seed the best maintenance or the best love, or love as from the beginning, that's going to determine the fruit that it's going to give you later on. So when you're planting your seed, remember your seed is an embryo. So it has all the nutrition. It holds all the nutrition inside. You don't want to. So because of that, you don't want to plant your seed in a very rich organic matter, or very rich compost. You want to plant your seed.
Why not?
Because otherwise, you're feeding it more than what you're giving it more food.
Overdose.
So you're overdose. So you're making a little baby into a very hungry
baby. So you're giving a baby yam.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Before it's time. So by the time he reaches 6 months, he's looking plump, and all he wants is to eat. So what he will do at the end is steal food from other plants.
Okay.
So you don't want that, and you won't develop properly because
plants steal food from other plants.
Oh, but of course.
How'd that work?
Well, if you plant, there's this thing called this method called companion planting, and companion planting is when you plant flowers with plants. When you have, say, if you have a bed of tomatoes, if you then perhaps have something like a cabbage in that bed, that cabbage is considered to be a weed. Because it's a plant that's growing in the wrong place. You don't want the cabbage in your tomato bed, you just want tomatoes. So what happens, cabbages naturally, any vegetable or fruit or vegetable in the cabbage family, which is the brassica family, is a very hungry crop. So cabbage, we have kale is hungry as well, but kale is quite easy to grow actually. What else?
I find it hard because the snails them love it.
Yeah, that's it. Then you have to protect your
But I don't like to kill the snails.
You don't have to. You just chuck it in your.
No, they come out at night. I can't stand out there with a flashlight all night.
No, you can't. But you need to protect your. Cover it over netting. Snails don't like anything that's sharp. So wood chip. Also, there's this thing called this copper. If you want copper stripes.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there's someone.
Skype people.
How about that? Well, I'm not going to be on Skype, am I?
Yes, you are. Okay, no. They won't see you though. They can't see you.
I hope we have some good questions.
It's not time though. It's not the time.
Hold on.
Hello?
Hello, how you doing, bro? There you are. How you doing? Hello?
It says the microphone is muted.
Oh, it is muted. You're so clever. You see, we have these smart people around, you know what I mean? They're learning. Yeah, you know that the thing is muted. Alright, I can answer this thing.
What's going on there?
Alright, that's the Skype.
I don't have that on my Skype.
Yo, how you doing? Hello? You see? This is what I mean, you know.
How's that thing?
No, I gotta unmute the mic. Hello, Mr. Man. Right, microphone. There you are. Hi.
So what you need to
That's
bring
it.
Up the thing.
Yeah, just a little touch so they can hear me. How you doing? That's the one.
I think you could,
Nah, he'll be cool back in a minute. This is Brother Gregory. I don't even know where he is. Yeah.
Is he calling in for the next show?
No, I'm gonna ask him some question. Okay. Yeah, he can hear us now anyway. Femi. Alright, all type brother Femi, all type brother Gregory. I think, I don't know where Femi is. Femi's over here. Gregory could be in Germany. I don't know who else is there. Raina's in Germany. This guy's in Africa. He's not on
Are they
there.
all on there?
No, they'll come on in a minute.
Okay.
Alright, anyway. Right, yo. All those locked on in the Skype room listening. How you doing, Brother Gregory? I know everybody. We're talking about food, plants, bushes and cabbages that robs other plants. You know what I mean?
We're going to have to have Zana on again because
It's alright. What we're going to do, it's an introduction.
I mean, I'm happy to do any, if you want to talk about
I know,
plants, we can.
come closer to the
If
mic.
you want to talk about plants, we can talk about plants. If you
What
wanna
else do you talk about?
I talk about education, I talk about history, I talk about...
Oh, history.
But of course.
the whole
What the history thing?
Is that my
Tell us.
phone?
Is that you?
Sorry.
Yes.
Somebody's
Oh,
phone.
they get-
What kind of history you?
Well, I talk about our history, our ancient history, how linked it is, everything that I do to that, to
Aye,
our
you
ancient
see?
history.
And now you're telling me you're late.
That's why I said to talk. Find out.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, we're learning.
So, and also obviously I talk about other things in relation to the mundane physical world that we live in, aka Matrix and so on, and the system.
It's very deep.
I am a very deep one.
What? Where you find her? Where you dig her up from? That's what I should say that, innit? Dig her up, innit?
Our paths crossed divinely.
Yeah, I like that, divinely.
Divinely.
Yes.
Yeah, Sister Sharon has been very supportive.
Divinely crossed.
Yeah.
isn't it, my
Too
dear?
much.
Yeah, 'cause it
Divinely.
Yes, divinely crossed. Yeah, our paths crossed divinely.
Okay, there is. Ooh.
Oh,
Brother Sad and Brother Rainer. Alright, let them in.
yeah. Go.
Right. All tight the crew. This guy come all the way from Germany, you know.
What's his name?
Brother Rainer.
Rainer. And what's he talking about? What's he
They
gonna
talk about spiritual
Hold
consciousness.
on, let me see if he's the same brother that's doing the talk.
What?
Is he a lecturer?
No,
Okay, forget
no. They deal with a thing called a Grail message.
that. Ah,
Right. They're the crew that deals with that.
Okay.
Yeah, so they sell the books and everything. You understand? And they got the whole thing.
okay.
But I talked to them already. They're very nice guys. They, you know what I mean, everybody's entitled to believe what they want to believe. It's their spiritual path that they choose.
Sure.
So I don't fight against that. I learn what I can from it, and if there's nothing else for me to learn, I move on.
And that's what you're
That's what it's about.
Well, it's
Because we
about,
learn
yeah.
from everybody's got a little
Exactly.
piece of the truth.
Exactly.
So, you know about history. Hey, I need a pen.
I'm
Where's
not
a
saying
pen?
I'm an expert,
And
though.
you
I'm
know,
not.
you don't need to be an expert, but I need a pen. There's no pens. Oh, where's all the wonderful pens that I did find? Right. So, you're a little bit into. I don't like red pens.
No, we don't write it red. Red means blood.
Yeah, we like blood because life is in blood.
Well, just eat the pen.
Life
So you
is in
say
blood.
they should, yeah, I hear
That's
that.
purple. I like purple.
Purple, high.
Royalty.
The higher chakra, yeah, the crown.
Aye. Oh, you know about the chakras too?
But of course.
Hey, Reggie. Hey, you the man. Hey, Lady Pearls dig up some pearls today. That's why they call the show Pearls of Wisdom. You must have went hunting for this one.
I said she's my sister, so I don't have to hunt for
No,
her.
I just got to
That's my
have
sister.
I didn't know you know people, you know.
I know people. Yes, I do.
it.
This is the empress. This is queen.
Okay. Right.
Yes.
I'll go to Sharon when I need food.
Okay.
And we go to eat, and I go to.
Okay. So you see, they all work together. You know what I mean? Eat at each other food. They should. She has some potatoes, but they're
Yeah,
finished.
no,
you know.
I bring her the food and she cooks.
Okay. Alright then. Well, where do I fit into all of this then? I
Wherever
judge
you
the food.
You're the
I
facilitator.
Where
Okay.
do you want to fit?
want to make sure that the food is good, so I have to sample it myself
You wanna sample
to
the
see
food,
if
the
you are up to
homegrown
my
food?
standard.
Well, you can.
If you can cook as good as me.
I'm saying it now.
Shana.
It's Shanna, innit?
Shanalua.
No, we don't really
It's
need to
okay.
know your real name, you know.
It's Shanna, but you do because her name is important.
Mala, that's my family name.
Yes,
I've got
it's a
several
family
names.
Yeah, but
My family name is Shana.
well,
but
we're gonna
I
pick a
wanna
name
make
for you
sure I
for your radio thing.
Her name is Shanna.
Shana.
Shana.
Shana, that's my family name, and Lua means moon. So
Yeah.
goddess of the moon.
Yeah, Shanalua, that's her name.
Shanalua.
Goddess.
That's her name.
Okay.
That's how beautiful
And
God
plants
is.
is her game.
Yeah, plants is her game.
All right. So, in our garden and on the streets, my people, there is food on the streets.
There is food on the streets.
There is food on the pavements.
That's right.
Yes, there's food in the bushes.
Yes, that's right.
And we walk past. And
And we
okay,
walk
give me your pin number.
No! No, am I going to give you
You say that's right.
Because what you're saying is right.
No, okay, you know, I'm getting away with it. I said, okay, give me a PIN number.
There's food everywhere.
No, you stop. No, okay.
No.
All right, so
and that's actually, that's another thing that I would like to see happening here in London. Instead of growing flowers outside your house, grow some food. Yeah.
Yes.
Instead of growing bushes and evergreen bushes, grow some food. There's land there. Yeah. Grow food, share. Serious is a serious thing.
This is what we need to be getting back to, though, isn't it?
yes, but can we touch on something that Pearls would like to know? Pearls, there is food on the pavement.
That's right.
Right, so can you tell them about some of the plants and the food that is just literally outside our doorsteps?
Yeah, sure. Well, tomato is one of them. And the other one that grows really, really widely spread is what's that salad?
You mean not the watercress thing?
No,
Not that
but
one.
yeah,
But it's like that, isn't
it's
it?
like that. All of a sudden, my mind is gone blank.
See?
Yeah, mind is gone blank. Can't think. But there's a lot of things. I mean, we have weeds that grow all over. We have
You mean not
dark
the dandelion?
dandelion. Dandelion.
Dude, where does it grow?
Dandelion grows everywhere.
Everywhere.
And you can just pick it and eat it.
No, I won't pick it and eat it because you don't know if a dog's done his business in it.
I forgot about the dog.
And the cat. So you need to.
Oh,
if it's
Pearls, I forgot about the dog.
Yeah,
You know, we did have something to eat last week, you know.
Who?
I'm joking. I
What?
want to joke. I see her face. You want to see her face? Whoa. Come on, I'm only joking. I wouldn't give you that. I'm joking. I just want to give you a heart check. I just want to make sure your heart's working right, darling.
Yeah, because it did. You must be thinking, what's that?
You guys are too funny.
No, we're serious, man. She trained me well. Right, but so go on, my dear.
What's that salad, that leaf that's very spicy?
You mean rocket?
Yes, rocket.
Yeah.
I was
Rocket.
just gonna say from the cabbage family, but yeah, rocket. It grows really wild.
It grows everywhere.
Yeah, you get wild rocket, wild garlic that grows on your doorstep.
You like
Calendula, which is marigold.
wild garlic?
Yes, wild garlic. Yeah, there's
And the
loads and
garlic
loads
is
of
nice,
marshmallow.
What?
No, not that.
Not marshmallow. You can't.
No,
marshmallows don't grow.
No, but there's a
That
plant
sticky,
called
sticky one.
marshmallow.
Yeah.
That goes with. There's pretty much every plant that grows out there
Yeah.
has a benefit or has a purpose. They don't just grow for nothing. There's a purpose.
Wow.
They're all interlinked. They're all somehow support us. If we know, some of them can kill. I mean,
Yeah,
like
but
belladonna.
so do you? Oh, so like how we're talking about plants. Which one of these plants is your man? Nah, I know what I'm talking about
Which one
because
of these plants is in my
you're
mind?
your lover. You know, you're one of these plants. You got is that's the
No,
guy.
I say what? I like borage. And borage is a plant that grows wild, especially in the marshes. It has this beautiful purple flower, but it's sweet as well, and it's hardy, and it has little spikes, so it protects itself, but at the same time it's very sensual, very sweet, but very protective. So I like him to protect me.
So in your house or in your where you are now, which plant is your plant? Like if somebody was to even break a leaf, you'd like turn into the Hulk or something.
Ooh, that don't take much, you know. You don't need to break me for me to turn to
Yeah, but what-
Actually, that's my other half.
but which plant? Which is the plant that you?
Oh, I don't have one at home.
You
to
don't-
be honest.
you don't
I've
have-
got loads of plants at home. I mean, which one has been my baby? Well, I've got quite a lot. I love plants, full stop. So
Have
I
you got any
don't-
tropical plants?
I do have one. I don't know what it's called, but it was given to me. But it's very tropical, yeah. But I have to be careful because I have cats. I decided to get myself some cats and cats and plants. I'm forever having to move things around.
Yeah,
Oh, ginseng.
Ginseng. You grow ginseng.
Yeah, well, I was given one, and that's my baby. I look after her.
That don't
very
grow
well.
over here though, really.
It does. There's one in Bruce Grove Park. It does grow.
There's one in the park.
Oh, yeah, it's
Just
quite a
in
big
the
tree.
park.
Yeah, it's a big tree.
A ginseng
Yeah,
tree.
You get ginseng tree. You also
And you can
eat
just like
this.
break it off and eat it.
Well, no, you do the roots, mainly.
Yeah, we want the roots. So they got a big tree.
Yeah.
So we
I'm
can
not
go and get
mentally
some.
rich. No, you're not gonna break its roots. No.
I'm gonna ask.
Okay.
All right.
Well, we need to meet up in the night time with a rucksack, and we can go
I got that now. With why night time?
because no one wants to see us.
No, they can see us. We are park attendants. We're park attendants. We just carry. No,
you need a shovel.
I got a shovel and a broom. We just throw it in the car, walk in the park, and you know what I mean. We just start digging.
But you'd be surprised how expensive it is to buy it out there, and you can grow all these things.
So can't we take a cutting from the tree and plant it? Root powder.
I don't know. I haven't checked how if the tree can be cultivated by cuttings or roots. So that's a good one to check out actually.
I think we can take
it because it's harder. Yeah.
I think we can get the root. Yeah. You take a little bit at a time. Now. Next question. I got a bag of question. Now. Because we've got running out of time. You know, you said you talked to her already.
I know.
You finished? Question. You're making me forget my questions.
Me?
All right. Another thing, because there's so much things I like to touch. There's too much things I got to ask you. There's not enough time. When we have our plants and we have our fruits and our vegetables, you're listening? Pearls, we'll grow potatoes on the windowsill. When we go to have the fruit, like take an apple from the tree or cut a cabbage or pick some tomatoes, people just go up to them and pick them. I say that is totally wrong and disrespectful. For you to go up to a plant and just pick an apple or just pick a tomato or just chop a cabbage.
I hear you.
Right? And the reason why I say that is because when you look at the animals that get slaughtered, they go through a trauma because of what they have to go through. You know what I mean? Either they shoot them or they inject them or whatever they do. This animal has to die slowly. Now when we go out to a plant and we just go boom and chop the cabbage off, that is a shock to this plant. You understand? Now I see plants as worshipping God all their life because they grow like this. Trees are doing this. So they're worshipping, they're praising all the day long. From the day they're born, all they do is praise the Creator. That's all they do. And in return, God gives them sunshine and rain. Right? The earth is the womb. Yeah, but people take plants and fruits and pick them and don't realize you need to ask for that.
Yeah, you need to ask permission. And I'll tell you what, this is just education, really and truly. If people don't know, that we all do it. You wouldn't even think to ask for permission, But, you know, in the ancient times, it's standard. Even people do it now. The elders do it now. Before you harvest, you ask permission. Also, in terms of harvesting, we have our harvesting events, which is really cool.
Yeah, that. That's how much come with my shovel, yeah? I can bring my shovel.
Events.
Where? Where do you have that?
Oh no, this.
That's in the park.
That is the Tottenham Flowering Produce Show. That's something else.
Hi, how are you? Hello? Come on, speak to me, man.
Hello.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yes, I was just putting on my earphones.
Okay, where you calling from, Brother Gregory?
Oh, from Brussels.
Oh, Brussels. Oh, we have a lady here. We're talking about plants and thing. Yeah?
Oh, plants.
Plants, you know, green food. You know, the thing that you eat with your rice and your fufu and all these things.
Yes, thanks.
Right. Hey, you need to let me some. Right. What we need to do, we're talking about plants before Brother Saad come on. Right? I don't know what to ask you, you know. You might as well just listen. This lady is a professional plant grower. She's expert in plants. You know, back in the day, a couple 100 years ago, they would have...
I would have burned in the station.
Yeah, they would have called you a witch. You understand what I'm saying?
Funny enough.
It's ignorance that make people call her a witch.
Okay.
Because she has the knowledge about nature and nature beings and how these things grow.
That's right.
So there are many back in Africa, in many rural areas. Those who work with nature, they understand the weather, they understand all the things happening, and they're able to, through their own body radiations, communicate with these beings.
That's right.
And what then happens is that because that person knows what others don't know, they become envious and jealous, and other things then take over. It has always been the case. Those who lack knowledge, attacking those who have the knowledge and are silent and don't trouble any person. It's always been even now. the same thing happens.
Okay.
Can I make a comment on that as well? One thing that we have to remember, we know this, and we're very much aware that this society nowadays are not embracing that knowledge. Actually, we're losing that knowledge, and the reason why we're losing that knowledge, we're losing it over money. Yeah, because if you have the knowledge that plants can sustain you, can cure you, can
cure you of every disease.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What does that mean? It means that no money in the system, alright?
That's right.
So bear that in mind, because at the end of the day, the next generation that's following that is our children. So bear that in mind. Your babies are carrying that information, the wrong information.
Yeah, but that's why they kill every single time. I don't
No,
know.
the basic challenges is that many don't want to do any work, because for one who possesses such knowledge, that person most of the time remains silent and wants to ensure that what he or she is doing is genuine. Many others, all they want is the money so that they can go for holidays. You don't acquire such discipline and knowledge by going for holidays and doing nothing. You have to focus on nature, where other beings are able to pass on secret knowledge to you, and then you know how to apply. They even show you how to apply. But how many are interested in such? None. Nowadays, everybody wants to watch football or wants to do some other things. They're not. So that's what's happened. It's lack of interest.
And also, we are in the age of information and technology, and that's taken over a lot. If given that technology does, the energy that technology gives out is not good energy. It takes away rather than give. Yeah. So if you're sitting down on a sofa for 3 hours watching the box television, which sounds like to your vision, remember that, yeah? You're not going to accumulate anything that, should I say, you're not going to accumulate that energy that you accumulate if you are out in nature. You're not going to be spoken to. You're not going to hear the messages. You're not going to be,
you're not going to be programmed.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay. All right, Brother Gregory.
Thank you, Mr.
I got to let you sit down for a while, because Brother Saad's going to come in and you're going to have your long spiritual discussion.
All right, thanks.
Well, thank you for your contribution, right?
Thank you very much.
Don't go nowhere. Don't go.
Before we go, please.
Yes. And I've got I've got a little announcement to make. So,
yes.
You can take that, yeah. So
Okay,
this is just a flyer. There's this one
Yeah,
here. So we having as part, I don't know, right, in Tottenham every year we hold a big event called the Tottenham Flower and Produce Show, where the community comes together and they exhibit and enter all different categories, such as food growing. So if you have something that you grew, what else? There's loads and loads of categories: homemade preserves, homemade drinks, cooking, handicrafts, all sorts. So we have been running a series of programs at the Hub, which is the Lordship Eco Hub, which is in Lordship Break N17 6NU, to publicize the event that's going to happen on the 15th of September, Saturday the 15th of September, in the Lordship Break, Tottenham and Flower and Produce Show. Also, good news. This is fun. So Go Grow, which is the organization that I represent again, it's going to just over here.
Just over Lordship Break.
The hub. Okay, I'll tell you more. But Go Grow is going to be. Recently, we had a little interview at Harmony Gardens in Broadwater Farm Community Centre. It's a gardens that we run at Broadwater Farm Community Centre. And so tune in tomorrow, BBC One at 9:15. There will be an interview with myself and a few other people.
You're going to mention us, Bless Radio 1.
I do that.
I was at Bless Radio 1 and we were
tomorrow.
It's
pre-recorded tomorrow. Yeah. So what's it called? Diary. Country File Diaries. So watch me there. Yeah.
Okay. Then. Now you're telling us tomorrow.
I forgot.
You forgot.
I'm just reminded.
You need to eat a kale, mate. That will make you remember.
To eat some coriander for my head.
Okay. But we're going to talk some more about these plants next week, because I didn't really get to say what I needed to say, but I did say quite a bit, and I'm very interested in what you're doing. I think what you're doing is excellent. It's needed right now, especially for the younger generation who's going out there eating crackdonuts and cracking a box, cracking a box for £2. And we're gonna let you go because we are out of time, right? So people,
thank you.
The beautiful xanalua
will be next week.
Again. Yes, I'm back whenever you want to.
Next week.
Okay. Hey,
next week.
We'll check her
Next week at 3:30.
When?
We'll
On Tuesday? When? You need to give me time.
Yeah,
we'll talk in a minute.
Okay.
Right, so, right, we've got to go. We're going to leave you guys to it. Coming up next is Brother Saad with the Spiritual Discussion Show. Talking about the Grail message. All those who locked on need to know about the Grail message. If you're into spiritual discussion, then that's what we are going to be talking about next on Bless. So, tune. Hold tight, all the silent listeners.
No cigarette smoking in my room. I still want Marley. Bless FM radio, play good tune. I still want Marley. Bless FM radio, play good tune.
Good evening, listeners. This is Bless Radio. It's Tuesday night. It's after 6 p.m. This is the Spiritual Discussion Program, and this is Brother Saad. And with me in the studio is Brother Rainer.
Hello, good evening, listeners.
How are you, Brother Rainer?
I'm fine. I enjoyed a wonderful walk here in the balmy summer air, and I almost didn't want to go in the studio, but then I thought, oh, duty calls.
Yes.
And it would be very undignified not to turn up in time.
Thank you for telling us that. And yes, I'm Brother Saad. I'm also in the studio tonight here in London. As he said, as Brother Rainer said, it's really nice and warm, balmy, and yeah, enjoyable here. And also with us, joining on Skype, is Brother Gregory. Are you there, Brother Gregory?
Hello.
Welcome to the show, Brother Gregory. Please tell us where you are and how is the weather where you are.
Well, it's very bright here in Brussels, and it's warm, so I think we're having a very nice day, and can't complain.
Exactly. Thank you very much. So, dear listeners, the aim of the show, as always, is to introduce you to the spiritual knowledge in the light of truth. A message by Abdul Sheen. And every week we have a new topic. The topic for tonight is respect and dignity. And as always, you to join us with your comments or questions. The number to contact us here in the studio in UK, you can contact on this number, which is 079 444 313 66. And you can call, text, or use WhatsApp. So again, the UK number is 079 444 313 66. And if you're outside of UK, it is 0044 79 444 313 66. So I'm going to start with what is the Grail message. The Grail message